So this afternoon we going to George River and we offering our compassion, our understanding to the consciousness of the lady and her two children. Two daughters, their mind keep going. They're going to release this life body and they're going to take next life as a rebirth, reincarnation. But to us, where we still have this precious body, precious mind, very healthy mind, very healthy body, we have a lot of chance to do something meaningful for our life, for our loved ones, for our close ones, and not only for our close ones, for our family member, but we have chance to widen our compassion, our benefit to more and more sentient beings, to community. Once the blessed one was there in Rajariha and Fountain Peak Mountain together. Okay, so I'd like to invite everybody be back to our Dharma teaching today. As last week we're talking about compassion, and this week we're going to practice the self-compassion. In order, we're going to give the other our compassion, our love and kindness, our care, our calmness. We like to make sure we have enough compassion, we have enough strong, we have enough calmness, we have enough bodhicitta. So before we give the other what we like to give, make sure we have it first. So this week we're going to understand what have the tendency take our kindness away, or what kinds of situation might take out compassion away, what kinds of situations can take out strong away, can take out control away. So we're going to understand that, and then we know, we understand the situation, and then we have the good preventions, and then we're going to know what we're going to do in this kinds of situation when it's happening. Yeah, we need to know when we're going to have, when we're going to lose our control, when we're going to lose our compassion, when we're going to lose our calmness. We're going to analyze the difficulty first, and then as soon as we understand, and then we're going to go from there. Okay, now, everybody, now, I'd like to invite everybody think about, normally our mind is calm like this. Normally our mind is so calm like this. Normally our mind is full of compassion. Normally our mind is full of awareness. Normally our mind is so beautiful, so lovely. Normally. Okay, Now I'd like to invite everybody to think about this sound. When our eyes look at the external world, when our ear hearing the external world, when our sense contact the external world, okay? So when the external world happens, there feels different kinds of feeling might happen. The very first ones, the very popular ones, say normal. When we look at the thing, is we just calm, we just compassion, we just be lovely, we just so gentle, we just so nice, like normal. But in some cases, we do not like that situation. What we think, what we hear, what we say, we do not like that happen. Okay? And when we see something, we don't like it, we dislike it, what's going to happen? Our mind start to move. They're not in the calmness anymore. They might go up a little bit in the negative way, like we get a bit angry, like we get a bit of discomfort, while we get a bit of, oh, I don't like it. If that situation against our ego a bit more, okay, we have tendency to get more anger. If it scares us a bit more, we scare more, alright? So that's the case, the situation against our ego. Okay. And there's some other situation, the external world, what we see, what we hear, what we think, what we sense, we like it. We like it. What's going to happen? So in that case, our mind start to also moving. They're not in calmness anymore. They're not in balance anymore. They're not in control anymore. What is our mind start to do? Our mind start to move it, like it too much. And we have tendency, we like to have it. We like to cling to it. We like to grasp it. We like to keep that kind of situation as long as we can, right? So in that case, in that situation, our minds also start to be moved. Yeah? So, okay. So now we start to understand. Normally our mind so calm. Normally our mind so peaceful. Normally our mind so compassion. Normally our mind so control. But because of we can't control what we think, we can't control what we hear, we can't control our mind, what we sense, so our mind has been moved. So but the thing is, the reality is, we cannot control what's happening out there. The only thing we can control, we control our mind. So, in that case, what we need to do? Okay, what we need to do? We, in the Buddha text, the Buddha teaching, the Buddha gave us very good teaching, like we're going to treat our mind like a good parent treat their child. We're going to train our mind like a good parent training their child, their children. We're going to treat their mind with full of compassion, with full of gentleness, but sometimes they need strong. But sometimes, because of the child, it's very easy to get panic. It's very easy to get in anger. It's very easy to get in in uncontrolled. So in that case, as a good parent, we're going to treat our child with a full compassion, with full calmness, with full strength, as a good parent can give to their child. Okay? So their mind, we should control their mind similar the same. Okay? Our mind sometimes, when they see something and scared, in that situation, our mind needs a lot of calmness, a lot of compassion, a lot of strong to gentle our scare. When our mind get the panic, when our child get the panic, they really need their parent give them gentleness, calmness, compassion, and what we're going to say, okay, I know, right now you're scaring, I know, right now you're worrying, I know, pick up, we recognize the status of our mind, okay, I know, right now you're scary, I know, right now, you panic, I know right now you worry, but okay, I'm here, everything can be solved. We talk to our mind like that. We treat to our children like that. Okay, everything will be okay, everything will be fine. We're going to use the compassion as soon as we have calmness, as soon as we have compassion, as soon as we have the knowledge, the right knowledge, the correct knowledge, the situation will be solved. Everything will be fine. Okay, in that case, we talk to our mind like that. Like a good parent, they treat their child. Especially we have the child who need the special care. Sometimes, as we already discussed, our mind is calmness, our mind is compassion, our mind is so gentle like this. But sometimes when our mind loses their control, in that case, our mind really needs the special care. When we find out our mind needs special care, what we're going to do? Give them more compassion. Give them more kindness, give them more strong, give them more bodhicitta, give them more love and kindness. Okay, whenever our child needs the special care, whenever our mind needs special care, that time we need to use more compassion, more calmness, more strong in that kind of situation. Okay, so the thing is, most of the people out there, when they can't control their minds, they just lost themselves. The thing is, when they see someone, when they hear something, when they see something and take away their calmness, take away their compassion, take away their love and kindness, they just lost themselves. They just become someone they don't like to be. They become someone so angry. They become someone so uncompassionate. They become someone so not nice that we don't like to be. We never like to be that kind of person. But why? Because we just can't control our mind. We just can't control our minds. So in that case, our minds like our child. When the child was born, they grown up and they need the good education, they need good training, and they need to practice to become a good people, and our mind the same. Our mind the same, our mind like our child. They can become fully compassion, fully love and kindness, fully calmness, fully wisdom if we don't have them the chance to be trained. So our mind like our child, they need to be trained in properly way, in correct way. Otherwise, we just lost ourselves with the external world. Okay? So the Buddha said, in the normal case, our mind is okay. In any case, our mind needs extra care. We need to make sure we have extra power to care for that kinds of particular situation. And that extra power we need to train. We just can't have it automatically. Our mind needs to be trained. So in next few minutes, we're going to have few more moments. I think we're going to open the door. In next few moments, we're going to have some more meditation. And in this meditation time, what we're going to do? Just come. You please remember, this thing is important for your practice. Nothing happens if we're not going to practice. Nothing happens. So in our Sunday class, I try my best all together. We practice as much as we can. We're not going to go deep down with the theory anymore. Too much theory, it doesn't work. Practice. Work. So our mind needs practice. So we're going to have a good practice. Because as soon as we got practice, as soon as our mind will be trained. So in next few moments, we're going to have some moment to train our mind. How to train our mind, okay? Before, our mind can do well in the reality. We need to make our mind be trained in the normal, in the quiet, in the okay, in the alright situation first. Like the soldier, before they go to do the fighting in the reality, they have to practice in the camp first. So we practice in daily life first before we meet the reality. Before we meet the reality, if we not practice every day first, so tomorrow something happens and we didn't practice before, when reality happens, it's not just happen, because at that time we have a lot of theory in our mind, but we didn't practice. Like the soldier, they didn't practice in the camp, so when the reality war happened, they don't know what to do. They don't know how to use the gun. They don't know how to what's the destination. They don't know anything because they didn't practice. Okay. Now I liked from the bottom of my heart. I do really like to invite everybody put what we study into practice. Only practice can change our life. Theory never changes our life. So we're going to practice. What we're going to practice? In our meditation next few moments, I'm going to invite everybody working 3 things with your minds. What are they? What are the 3 things? The very first things, please remember, very first thing, we're going to have the faith. We're going to have the belief. We can control our mind. Normally, we don't have that kind of belief. Normally, when we say something and then we lost into external world. When we hear something, we lost into that situation. So now we're going to have the strong belief. We're going to have the strong belief. We can control our mind. Our mind fully can be controlled by ourselves. Okay? Very first thing. We're going to have the strong belief with ourselves. We can control our mind. Our mind in our control. Very first thing. Belief or faith. We're going to cultivate that faith, that belief as much as we can and as deep as we can in our mind. Make sure that belief, that faith, so deeply, so profound, so strong. So whenever we say anything, whenever we hear anything, our belief pop up and they talk to ourselves. Whatever happened out there, whatever we hear, whatever we see, we can control our mind. We're not going to let our mind lost in the situation. We're not going to let our mind lost. We're not going to let the external world take away our calmness, take away our compassion, take away our wisdom. In order to do it, we make sure we cultivate our belief and our faith as deep as we can in our minds. That the faith and the belief so deep, so profound in our mind first. The very first thing. The second things. Now we have belief. Now we have the faith. The second thing is we go into take action. If we're not going to take action, nothing happens. So whatever we say, whatever we hear, whatever we sense, how to take action, we always keep our minds calm, compassion, love and kindness, wisdom, bright. We use our compassion, we use our love and kindness, we use our strong, we use our calmness, we use our wisdom to behave to all kinds of external things happening. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to take action. Okay? Second thing, take action. And then the third things, the final things. Okay, this one is tricky. This one is tricky. And please remember, don't panic to wait for the outcome. Don't wait for the result. Do not worry for the destination. As soon as we do the right thing, as soon as we keep the right track, as soon as we on the right path, the destination come. The outcome, the good outcome will come. We don't have to worry. We don't have to be panicked. We don't have to waiting too much. Lots of we waste energy for waiting for the right outcome coming. No need to wait. No need to lose energy. Make sure we always in the right path. Make sure we always practice calmness. Make sure we always practice compassion. Make sure we always practice bodhicitta. We do it every day. We make sure our mind in control, and then the outcome coming. Don't need to wait for the outcome. Because when we wait, it means we don't believe in ourselves, right? When we wait, it means we don't believe in our faith, in our cause and effect. So don't need to worry, don't need to be wait. So okay, now I'm going to say again the three categories, the three things, the three important things. We're going to do it. We work with our mind in next few moments. Very first one, cultivate the faith. Cultivate the belief in our minds as deep as we could. Make sure in our mind we talk to ourselves. We have full capacity to control our mind. We have full potential to control our mind. We can't control the external world, but we can control our minds. That's the first one. Cultivate the faith. Second one, take action. Use our calmness, use our compassion, use our love and kindness to look at the external world. Second thing is take action. And the third thing is the outcome will come. No need to wait for it. Okay, the outcome will come. No need to wait for it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. They are very basic things. We need to cultivate deeply. We need to make it grow strongly in our mind. So as soon as these three things grow strong in our minds, at that time, our compassion, our love and kindness ultimately will very strong in our mind. Ultimately will very strong in our mind. And then when the compassion and calmness very strong in our minds, so that time when we look at the thing and we hear the thing, and automatically the compassion already there, the strong already there, love and kindness already there, and they're so strong, we're going to use it to behave with the situation. Okay, now I'd like to invite everybody. I don't think we have too much time now, but I'd like to invite everybody have few moments in the deep meditations, and then cultivate three things deeply in our mind. And then that's it for today. Okay? But now we practice first. We practice with our mind first. Okay? Remember three things and do it strongly, do it carefully in your mind. Now I'd like to invite everybody stay straight, your back straight, your neck straight, your breath flowing naturally, and then start to cultivate the compassion mind with three categories I just share with you, and make sure your mind in that self-compassion. Yeah, that's very good. I'd like to invite everybody take few moments in your daily life to practice it as much as you can. Just, it will not take you that long. It will not take you that long. But as soon as you cultivate the faith, you can control your mind, deeply in your mind. And then, as soon as you take action, when the external come into your sight seeing, when the external coming to your ear, make sure you use your calmness, your love and kindness to treat with the external world, and then we just do our best. No need to wait for the result. Okay, so that three things important. The things has been taught so many times in different ways in all the Buddha texts. All the Buddha texts, the Buddha just say, we can control our mind. The Buddha always say so in so many different ways, but the main things will be, the Buddha always say, we have our mind and we can control our mind. All the things happen, all the suffering happen because we can't control our mind. So as soon as we control our mind, we use our love and kindness, we use our compassion, we're going to use our wisdom, we're going to use our bodhicitta to behave, to confront with the external world. Nothing suffering can be happen. So all the teaching of the Buddha always says so in different ways, you see so many different sutras, but all the important is the Buddha always like us to understand and to practice. The suffering come from our mind, the happiness also come from our mind. If we can control our mind, we can bring the happiness to ourselves and to the other. If we can't control our mind, we're going to bring suffering to ourselves and to the other. So the three important things I already shared with you, that's all from the Buddha teachings. So I'd like to invite everybody, go deep down with that, cultivate that in your minds, and then we see you again the next week. Whatever merit I have accumulated through virtuous actions, may it become the cause for the enlightenment of all beings. May all beings be free from suffering, and may they achieve Buddha. Now we back to our Dharma learning. Okay. So first of all, I like to have very quick remind all of us, including myself, before we do anything, before we practice Dharma, we like to make sure all of our practice be built on very strong foundation. The strong foundations, what are the strong foundations? Strong foundation are bodhicitta and compassion. Bodhicitta, to any of us, any of you over here haven't practiced bodhicitta before, so now I like to say very quick again, and then we move on to compassion. What is the practice of bodhicitta? Practice of bodhicitta is the strong wish to attain fully awakened, to benefit ourselves and benefit the other. That is bodhicitta. Strong wish. We're going to rise to cultivate the strong wish as strong as we can in our mind to attain fully awakened to benefit ourselves and benefit the other. That is bodhicitta. Okay, now how we practice it? How we practice it? Okay, all the practice coming from repetition. All the practice coming from the repetition. So every day, our life make from day by day, weeks by weeks, and month by month, and year by year. Likewise, the bodhicitta will be strong from day by day, weeks by weeks, month by month, and year by year. So every day we're going to take few moments, very important moments of our daily life is the moment after we waking up and before we go to sleep. That's these very important moments of our daily life. Okay, I just take a small part of here. So make sure before we go to sleep and after we wake up, we keep our mind so poor. Don't put our mind into any kinds of unhappiness or worry, because that moment is so important. We're going to use something important to make it meaningful. Don't use something very important and make it useless. So, when is the most important moment of our day? That is the moment after we just wake up and the moment before we go to sleep. So we're going to use those two moments to make the commitment with our life. We're going to attain enlightenment like the Buddha. We're going to have the full awakening mind to bring happiness to ourselves and to benefit the other. Oh, that's so awesome. That's so meaningful. That's so beautiful intention. So we're going to use the most important moments of our day to make it maximize benefit for our minds. So we use that moment to cultivate bodhicitta, to cultivate compassion. We use that moment to think about how to attain fully happiness, to attain fully awaken, to attain fully liberation, to attain fully attainment, to benefit ourselves and benefit the other. So that's the kinds of practice bodhicitta. So we're going to use the two moments, the most important moments of our day to practice bodhicitta. After we wake up and before we go to sleep. Okay, so that's the practice bodhicitta. I and you all together, we practice already so many times. So I just love to have very quick remind about it. So now we're going to practice compassion. How to practice our compassion? How? Okay, compassion in what the Buddha wants us to have is completely different when we hear about compassion in in our newspaper, in our television, in our movies, in our daily life. What we hear about compassion in our daily life is completely different with what the Buddha means in compassion. What different? Okay, the compassion we hear from newspaper, we hear from media, we hear from our society, we hear from our culture, we hear from our movies that builds on our ego. When I say, oh, I love you so much. I love you so much, my dear. I love you so much. When I say so, it means my ego, my identity, love your identity, love your personality, love you as your ego. My ego love your ego. And the disadvantage of the compassion built on ego is everything can be changed. My ego will be changed. Your ego will be changed. The thing between I and you might be changed. So if my love built on something changeable, it will be changeable. It's not compassion what the Buddha allows us to have. The Buddha allows us to have, to cultivate compassion on something not changeable, solid. Solid. So what is solid? Egoless is solid. Okay? No ego is solid. Okay, when I say, I love you so much, and when I say, I love you so much, and before that, I practice egoless. And when I say, I love you so much, you hear, I love you not because you are so beautiful, or not because you are so rich, or not because you lovable, or not because you so this, so that. I love you because your nature, you are ascending beings, you can bring the happiness to yourself and you can bring the happiness to others. I love you because of your nature not changeable. I love you because of that. So my love built on to something very solid foundation is not changeable. That the compassion Buddha like us to cultivate, like us to have. Okay, so bodhicitta and compassion are the very important, very solid foundation we should build in our mind. We should practice as deep as we can. As deep as we can. How we know that deep? Because when we look at what we behave, what we see, the things, what we saying, what we hear, we will know someone have compassion or bodhicitta or not. Okay, I always say our mentality is our reality, right? What inside our minds will be shown into our outer world, into our speech and our body language and our action. If we have compassion inside, when I say something, you can feel that person have compassion inside. If we don't have compassion inside, when we say out something, we speak out something, when we have speech to anyone, we never feel that person have compassion inside because they don't have compassion inside. So, if we practice compassion strong enough, if we practice bodhicitta strong enough, it will turning out to outer world. So make sure you practice as much as we could, as strong as we could, and as deep as we could. So someday our mentality will turn into our reality. Will turn into our reality. If we say, oh, we have a lot of compassion. If we want to say, oh, we practice bodhicitta. Oh, I know, bodhicitta very important. Compassion very important. I practice it every day. If we want to say so, but something somehow happens, and when we look at the thing, we're hearing the sound, and then we say something, it doesn't show we have compassion and bodhicitta inside. That's the good side, the good signness for us to check up, to check up how deep, how good our compassion we practice every day. Okay, so we look at our reality to check up our mentality. How our mentality will show up in our reality. Okay, so that's it. I have to apologize. I go a big roundabout before we go into what we're going to learn today, because I believe bodhicitta and compassion is so important. Make sure we go into practice as much as we can before we do anything on the top of it. Okay, now today we're going back with our today. Today I'm going to discuss with you the power of the intention. Okay, the power of the intention. Okay, I'd like to invite everybody look at this orchid flower. We have this orchid flower. Okay, the grower from the very beginning, they have the intention to plant the orchid flower to sell out in the market. So first of all, they have the intention to grow flower. Especially, they're not growing any other kinds of flower. They like to grow orchid flower, very specific orchid flower, not sunflower, not daisy flower, not any other kinds of flower. The grower, they like to grow orchid flower, very specific, right? And then they have intention. They like to grow orchid flower. And then, because they have intention to grow orchid flower, so they're going to learn how to grow orchid flower. Because orchid flower is something different with the other flower. They're not like daisy, they're not like rose, they're not like any other flower. They're very specific, they're very special. So, in order to grow orchid flower, the grower, they're going to put their ego aside to learn how to plant orchid flower. Because if they use their knowledge about their general knowledge about plants, they're going to be failed. They're not success. Because orchid flower is something special, so they need something special knowledge, special for orchid. And in order to learn well, what we're going to do? We're going to put our ego aside, put our general knowledge about plants aside. We're going to learn the new thing, specialized for orchid. Okay? Going to put our ego aside. Okay, put our ego aside first, and then going to learn something special for orchid. From the very first intention, and then they're going to put our ego aside, put our time, and learn the new thing, specialized for orchid. And then they, after put ego aside, after have the right knowledge, okay, please give me very quick but a bit mindful about the words I'm using. Right knowledge, okay, right view, right understanding, very important. Because if we're going to use the incorrect information, incorrect knowledge, incorrect view, incorrect understanding, okay, all our long walk, all our long path direct us go to the incorrect destination. So important. If we want to use our general knowledge about plants and we apply it into orchids, completely fail, because orchids is something different. Okay, intention, and then put our ego aside, and then we're going to collect the correct information, correct knowledge, and then what next? We're going to take action. We're going to take action to put our intention. Intention firstly is from our minds, it's invisible, it's from our mentality. And as soon as we take actions, that's the important step. We turn what is in mentality into reality, right? Okay, we take action. We're going to take action. And during the time we take actions, we have to accept the truth. What is the truth? We're going to be failed in very first time. Nothing will be success in very first time. That's the truth. As soon as we get failed, as soon as we got failure, as soon as many failures we get, that's okay. That's a one step of the process. The process has to be like that. And then, as soon as we got failed, as soon as we got unsuccess, as soon as we got so disappointed, we learn from it, we grow from it, we stand up from it, we learn from the mistake, and then we keep moving. Okay, now is very good, very, very good part, another step. As soon as we learn from the mistakes, you know what? People, they scared to do, they scared to take action. Why they scared to take action? Because they scared to be failed. But in order to be success, we cannot skip the failing step. We just can't. Look at the children. Before they can walk, they can run, they fail too many times. But nothing happened to them. Nothing happened to them. I can make sure nothing happened to them. Nothing happened to us when we getting failed, when we got mistake. I myself, I get mistakes so many times. Oh, I got mistake every day. I say sorry every day. I do apologize every day. That's good. I still okay. I still very well. So they start to got failed, got mistake, and then they have They have strength to learn to stand up from that mistake, and then they move on. After so many mistakes, after so many failure, after so many sadness, after so many disappointed, then we learn from there, we growing up from there, we standing up from there, like the lotus flower, like blossoming from the mud. All the lotus flower, they blossoming from the mud. We need mud. We need darkness. We need that for the lotus flower beautifully flowering. Okay, and then after they got intention, after we put our ego aside, after we stand up from our mistake, so now we move into the next step. Next step is everything will be right and everything will be good. Now we got so beautiful flower in front of you. That's the process. That's the process. Okay. But what is the most important thing? The intention. Without the very first intentions, there is no orchid like today. Okay, now I'm not going to talk about the orchid. What I mean, our intention should be, we like to have good happiness for ourselves and for all our loved ones. We like to have the good potential to bring benefit to ourselves and bring benefit to the other. That is the very first intention we should have. We can't give the other happiness if we don't have happiness. We can't give the other the wellness if we don't have wellness. We can't give the other the confidence if we don't have enough confidence. We can't give the other the rich life if our mindset is the poor mindset. What we should do, what kinds of intention we should have is we're going to turn our poor mindset into our rich mindset. We're going to turn our suffering mind into our very, very happiness, very, very happy life. That's our intention. We set up the intention very clear. You remember before I said, the grower, they're very specific. They like to grow not rose, not daisy, not sunflower. They like to grow orchid. So our intentions should be very clear and should be very specific. Like we like to turn our mind from very poor mindset right now into the rich mindset. We like to turn our suffering mind into very happy mind. We like to turn our very, very less confident mind into very, very strong, confident mind. We like to bring the wellness, the unwell, uncontrolled mind into very controlled mind. That's the intention. So we set up that intention for our minds as strong as possible in our mind first. And then we start the journey. So the intentions, like we're going to use the GPS, and then the intention like the goal, like the outcome, like the destination we set into our GPS when we're driving. As soon as we got the destinations, everything will be fine. So we got the intention very clear in our mind first, and then we start from there. We start from there. Okay? Okay? We already discussed. After we got intention, so we're going to put our ego aside to learn, and then we take action, and then we get ready to get things failure, and then as many failure, that's okay. We learn from it, we stand from it. That's in the process. But before we take action, make sure we got the correct intention in our mind first. So, like the grower, they got very clear, very specific intention. They like to grow orchid flower, not daisy, not the other flower. They like to grow orchid flower, very detailed, very specific. So our mind should have that intention. Okay, so today I just be with you, love to share with you the importance of intention. As soon as we got intention, everything will go from there. In our life, everybody is different. I have some kinds of suffering, you have some kinds of suffering, I have some kinds of fortunately, and you have some kinds of fortunately things. We all different, but we all similar. We similar, but we different. We different, but we similar. But why someone have very good spiritual life, but someone don't have very good spiritual life? Because they different the intention. As soon as we got the right intention, all the other thing will follow it. It's very good. So next week we coming back with right intentions, how the karmic force reacted from intention. So we're going to learn about it next week, how the Buddha say about how the karmic force created from the intention, and how we're going to fix that. Okay, how we're going to fix that, how we're going to generate from it. So that's our next week. So this week we going to be right here, and I wish everybody have very very good week, and I'm going to see you again next week. I wish you very very happy this week. Yeah. Okay, now I'd like to invite everybody, we do dedication. Okay, and before we finish, I'd like to invite everybody, before we take any Dharma class like today, as soon as you come to the Buddha Hall, I love to invite everybody, pay respect to Buddha at least 3 times by yourself, or at home, you pay respect to the Buddha, because what we learned, we learn from the Buddha wisdom. You not learn from me. I'm just the radio, I'm just the repeater. So what we learn from the Buddha wisdom. We thanks to him. He give us the key to open our happiness. So he deserves. We pay respect to him every day, and if you can, please pay respect to the Buddha every day at home. And when every week ends, we meet together like this. We have beautiful together like this. So before, as soon as you come to the Buddha Hall, you pay respect to Buddha. So that's what I love to invite you to do. Yeah. Okay, now we do the dedication. Whatever merits I have accumulated through virtuous action, may it become the cause for the enlightenment of all beings. May all beings be free from suffering, and may they achieve Buddhahood. I just mentioned about we do appreciate our precious mind and our precious body. Not only today, I mentioned about how precious our mind and how precious our body. I keep going to say it again and again every week when I be with you. And today there is one event, special occasion, so I'd like to share with you so everybody can see how precious our mind and how precious our body. This morning, the temple office, we have a family come to the temple office and they request the praying from the venerable monks and venerable nuns in the temple, praying for their family member. Yesterday evening in George River, somewhere close here, I think, there was a family. They took a picnic there, and somehow the ladies and her 2 children lost their life in George River. Yeah. So their family come to the temple, pay respect to Buddha, and then they asking the praying, the blessing from venerable monks, venerable nuns. So this afternoon we go into George River and we go into cultivate our compassion, and we're offering our compassion, our understanding to the consciousness of the lady and her 2 children. I haven't got the confirm that the son or daughter yet. I haven't known that yet, but the only thing I know is a lady and her 2 children. And yeah, 2 nuns, their mind keep going. They're going to release this life body, and they're going to take next life as a rebirth, reincarnation. But to us, where we still have this precious body, precious mind, very healthy mind, very healthy body, we have a lot of chance to do something meaningful for our life, for our loved ones, for our close ones, and not only for our close one, for our family member, but we have chance to widen our compassion, our benefit to more and more sentient beings, to community. So that's why every time we be together like this, we all together, we practice compassion, we practice bodhicitta, we practicing awareness, we practicing appreciation, we practicing egoless. So all of these gems, all these precious conditions, all together, we uplift, we lift up our mind, our body, our possible up and up, so we can benefit more and more and more sentient beings around us. So that's why I love the time we be together like this every Sunday. I do appreciate, I love this. So for sure, all of us also love the time we be with Buddha Dharma like this. So today I like to come back with the intention. Last week we have time to talk about intention, right? Intention. Okay. Wow, how beautiful. How beautiful the flower arrangement. How beautiful. Last week we have orchid flower. This week we got rose flower. Okay, now. I'd like to invite everybody have a look at the flower garland here. How beautiful is it? How beautiful they are, right? Yeah. And the intentions of the gentleman or the lady who make this beautiful flower, because her intention to do the offering flower to the Buddha and to the Dharma teacher, right? That's the intention. And from this intention, she took action. She picked up the most beautiful flower. She picked up the most fresh leaves. She picked up the most beautiful vase, and she put everything to make her intention become reality. So we can see we got intention, but intention's not enough. We need to take action to turn our intention into reality. Right. And for sure, when she like before, she has so many different kinds of stems of the rose, right? She needs to cut to make the stem of the rose shorter, right? And she also to cut all the leaves to make it beautiful like this. So during the time we take action, we need to train ourselves to make decision to do the right action. She need to from the beginning the rose like this, right? But if we keep that stem that long, it's not suitable for this situation. So she need to cut it. She need to cut it. What does it mean? It means we need to train ourselves to do the right thing at the right time, at the right place. Right? Sometimes if we need sometimes some situation we need to keep that long stem of the rose, so she going to keep it. She just can't cut it. But in this situation, to make the flower arrangement, to make the flower garden suitable and beautiful with the vase here, she need to cut it. What does it mean? The Buddha said, sometimes we need to keep it. We need to hold it as gentle, as strong as we can. But sometimes we need to cut it to make it more beautiful. We need to cut it. If we're going to keep it, it's useless. It's make everything look ugly. We think we keep it, we can make everything more beautiful, but the reality is not. So to make it more beautiful, we need to cut it. That's exactly what the Buddha said in the sutra. The Buddha said, the wise people, they know when to move forward, and they know how to move, when to move backwards. And sometimes the wise people, they know how to stand still and when to stand still. Like today, we're going to celebrate the compassion and wisdom of Bodhisattva. You look at Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva in Mahayana tradition, like us, she's in the forms of the mother. Yeah, compassion mother. One example that compassion mother. One in Bodhisattva, Avalokiteshvara. So after this class, I'd like to invite everybody, pay respect to Buddha, pay respect your Dharma teacher, and also you go outside and pay respect the compassion Bodhisattva outdoor, next to the lotus pond over here. You look at her. Why in Mahayana tradition we got Bodhisattva as the forms of a mother? Because the mother, she very skillful. She know when she move forward. She know when she move backwards. She know when she need to stand still. Just look at her child. Don't do anything. Let her falling down. Let her fall. And then she just stand still and she just stay there. When she see her children falling off, she as a wise mother, she just stay there and she just look and make sure her children is okay. She okay. And she gave her child the courage, the strong to make her child stand up by herself or by himself. In that case, she just stands still. But in some case, she moved backwards. She moved behind her children, her child, her daughter, her son, and let him work. Let her work, right? And sometimes she go in the front. She go a bit faster to foresee all the suffering, all the difficulty might happen, and she show the direction. So I always say the good driver, the very first lesson the good driver need to learn is how to press the brake, right? To use the brake. But after we know how to use the brake, we need to know how to lift up and move forward to make our car run, right? So the good driver, they going to use both of two actions wisely, smoothly at the same time. Going and stopping and going at the same time, So that's what the Buddha said. That's what the Buddha says. We set up the intention first. We're going to set up the intention for our life first. What's our intention of our life? What's the intention of our life? We're going to bring happiness to ourselves and bring happiness to the other. That's the intention. Okay? bring happiness to ourselves and bring happiness to the other. Who is the other? The others include our loved one, our close ones, our friends, our relative, and non-relative, and all sentient beings. That is the other. Okay? The others, not only our loved one, not only our close one, not only our family, not only our relative, that include our non-relative and all sentient beings. So, what is our intention? Our intention is we're going to bring happiness to ourselves and bring happiness to the other. I'm going to say it again. Who is the other? The others including all, including our loved one, our close one, our family, our relative, our non-relative, and all sentient beings. That's the other. Okay. So as soon as we set up the intention for our life, what we're going to do next? We're going to take action. Right? We got the intention. Set the intentions means we set the destination in our GPS. Right? As soon as we got the destination, so we got the direction. So the direction, as soon as we got the direction, we have to go. We got destination, but we're not going. We go nowhere. Right? So we got that destination, we have to go. So as soon as we got intention in our life, we're going to take action. Okay. This is the part most of people give up. We're going to take action. Okay, now everybody be with me for a minute. In this part, take action. Take actions, we have quite many steps in take action. In take actions, most of the time, we're going to take the incorrect action. We go wrong way. Right? Most of the time, we're going to take incorrect action. We set the destination, but we're going to take incorrect action. So as soon as we find out we take incorrect action, what we're going to do? We're going to change, right? We're going to have enough courage. We're going to have enough strong. We're going to have enough eagerness. We're going to put our ego aside to change our incorrect action. Most of people, they just can't. They just give up. They took the incorrect action, they falling down, and then they stay there, and then they say, oh, how bad karmic force, how bad karma I am, I can't do it. I just can't do it. It's too difficult, it's too much challenge for me, I just can't do it. That's why people give up in this step. But to us, no. We not allow ourselves to do it. No, definitely no. As soon as we found out we took incorrect actions, we're going to gentle with ourselves a bit. Gentle, be gentle, be gentle. We're going to say, that's okay. We like a mother. When we see our child falling down, we just stand still. Stay there, be gentle, and we say, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. You do very good job. That's okay. And then we give ourselves a little bit of time, a little bit of courage, a little bit of strong, and then we're going to put ourselves aside, we put our ego aside, and then we're going to change our action. We're going to change from the incorrect action into the correct action. As soon as we finalize this step, we're going to take the right action, the correct actions. We're going to move on the right track, right? Right track, right? And then we should have a big party to say, wow, we're on the right track. We're on the right track now. But most of the people, they give up when they took the correct action. Okay, how we apply it to the Buddha Dharma. We like to bring ourselves happiness. We like to bring our loved one happiness. We like to bring our loved one happiness. We like to bring our family happiness. But look at us. We let our emotions go up and go down. We let the situation control our feeling. When the situation gives us the sense of angry, we got too much anger. When the situation gives us some unpleasant, so we are so unpleasant and we're so unhappy, we so lost control, we so uncontrolled. That's the incorrect action. We like to bring ourselves happiness. The happiness not come from external world, the happiness come from our internal world, our mind. But when the external world bringing something to us, look at us, we receive it with our very unhappiness mind. That's the incorrect action. That's what the Buddha said. So what we're going to do then? We're going to recognize, okay. The sound is just the sound. But we think that sound is a noise. That's why we're so angry, we're not pleasant, we're not happy with that sound. But actually that sound is just the sound. Because of our judgment, we think that sound is a noise. So we're going to remove our judgment aside. We just look at the sound, it's reality, it's just a sound, it's not a noise. Okay, I'm not very good with my body, my ear keep going to got inflammation, not only once, but twice, but 3 times, but 4 times. Okay, so if I keep going to say, oh, how bad karma I am, how bad karma, I'm getting very worried and anxiety. So what? It doesn't help me much. But I took the decision to go to the doctor. The doctor gave me the advice, go to the ear specialist, and she changed the medicine. I do whatever the doctor say. Now all the painful gone. I'm not stay there and keep complaining. No, it's waste time. No. So because I do understand, yes, in somehow my body is in mind, but in somehow I can't control my body. That's the reality. That's the reality. I can't control my body. Okay, so I can't say don't have the cancer in my heart. Yeah, don't have the cancer in my kidney. Yeah, don't have the cancer in my stomach. Yeah. They not allow me. They not do what I'm saying. They do what they do. I just can't control it. Even somehow, okay, it's my body. But somehow, it's not my body because they not listen. So the wise person, they know when to stand still. They know when to move forward. They know when to move backwards. They know when to control, they know when not control. They know when to move on, they know when to move backward. That's the wise person, they know what to do. So we're going to train our mind to be wise and to be aware, to have compassion, to have wisdom like the Buddha. So we set the intention. We're going to set the intention for our life. We set the intention very clear, very detailed for our life. And then we take action. When we take action, we should have the strong, the eagerness to realize our actions is right or not right, our incorrect, our behavior is incorrect or not correct. So as soon as we fail, we do something wrong. As soon as we fail, we do something mistake. As soon as we fail, we do something incorrect. We go into what? We're going to be gentle with our mistake. And then we go into turn. We're going to turn. So put Dharma in our daily life. When we have some situation bringing us some unwholesome, unhappiness, something not nice, what we should do, we're going to control our mind. Yes, the external look like that, but our mind not allow. We not allow ourselves, our mind become unnice, unhappy, uncalm. Whatever happened out there, that's okay. Leave it out there. But we're going to control our mind. Make sure our minds always keep calm, keep happiness, keep stable, keep wisdom, keep compassion. That's in the right track. That's in the correct action. The correct actions in Buddha Dharma, the Buddha Dharma say that is formation. Mental formation. What is mental formation mean? Formation is something, so many things together to create form. Right? So many things create together create form. And mental formation is so many things together to create our mentally action. Okay. How we're going to see that clear? Okay. For example, right now, there's so many children around the temple, they're playing. They're making so many different kind of sounds. Okay? So, it means there's so many things out there all together make sound. Sound is the formation, sound is the form, right? And that sound go into our mind, right? So that sound go into our mind, so it turns into the mental formation, mental sound. And because so many details make that sound, so sounds is form of sound. So when it comes into our mind, it turns into mental formation of sound, right? And without judgment, we think that sound is a noise, right? But now we practice what the Buddha teaching. We're going to remove the judgment. We see that sound is just the sound. We're not going to get upset with that kind of sound. So if we're going to use the correct mental action, so we're going to look at that sound as just a sound, it's not the noise. So that's the process in our mind. The Buddha said that's in a mental formation. Okay, we go into control our mental formation. If we're not going to control our mental formations, our mental formation will create the form. the form of happiness, or the forms of angry, or the form of unpleasant, or the form of pleasant. Any kinds of forms we create in our mind depends on our mind, depends on how we create our mental formation. So the Buddha said, we're going to set the intention, and then from the intention, all the action will follow. So we're going to pick up the right action, not the incorrect action. But if in case we already took the incorrect action, that's okay. We're going to be okay, to be all right, to take time, and then we turn from incorrect action into action. And from correct actions, if we keep going to take the right action, it's going to give us what? They're going to give us the right outcome, the right result. They lead us to the right destination. In here, the Buddha said the law of cause and effect. This cause will bring this effect. This cause will bring that effect. So we're going to change the cause in order to get the effect we like. Okay? I think too many details, too many information today already. So I'm going to, altogether we'll be back. We set the intention very clear in our mind. Our intention is we're bringing our happiness for ourselves first. We can't give money to the other if we don't have money, okay? We can't give happiness to the other if we don't have happiness. So we're going to give happiness for ourselves first, and then we're going to give happiness to the other. Who is the other? The other is our loved one, our close one, our family, our relative, our non-relative, and all sentient beings. That's the other. Okay, the intention now already set. Okay, all the action will follow. What kinds of action will follow? It might be right action, it might be incorrect action, it might be correct action, it might be incorrect action. If incorrect action we took, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay to get mistake. That's okay. Then we be gentle. Give ourselves a little bit of compassion. Give ourselves a little bit of courage. Give ourselves a little bit of gentleness. Okay, we say, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay. You already took the incorrect action, that's okay, that's okay. Now we all still have chance to fix that. And then we're going to turn our incorrect action into the correct action. We turn incorrect action into the correct action. As soon as we do it, as soon as we repeat it will give us the outcome, the good outcome. The good outcomes is the destination, right? Destination. So make sure the destination is matching with the very initial intention we have, right? From the beginning, we like to bring ourselves happiness and we bring the other happiness. But later on, what we get is not happiness. We need to check up. Or we do something wrong, huh? Right now, we like to have happiness, but instead of we got happiness, we still got unhappiness. We have to keep check up. So in this process, the Buddha said that is the universal law, the law of cause and effect, the law of the mind, the law of the success, the law of liberation, the law of a law of enlightenment. This is universal law. It's not the law from the Buddha. The Buddha just realized that and he showed it to us. Okay? So today, I think we already have too much information today. So I do wish with the Buddha wisdom and Buddha compassion, we're going to have enough courage, enough strong to set up our intention for our life, and then we have enough strong, enough wisdom, enough compassion to change our action so we can get our destination as soon as possible. Okay? Okay, thank you. All together we do the dedication. Whatever merits I have accumulated through virtuous action, may it become the cause for the enlightenment of all beings. May all beings be free from suffering, and may they achieve Buddhahood. Thank you. We're going to pay respect to Buddha. It's very good. Okay. Now we have some precious time. We together and we keep going to learn Buddha Dharma. Before we keep going, our intention as last week and the week before last week, we discussed about the power of intentions. I like to share with everybody this day. Our community, everybody heard about the news, the sorrow news, the mother lady and her 2 children was passing away at the Giac River last week. You remember? Yeah. So tomorrow afternoon, we had the chanting and the blessing for the consciousness of the lady and her 2 children tomorrow afternoon. So everybody, if you have chance, if you have time, we really need your energy, your praying for their family. So the chanting will be tomorrow afternoon, and the chanting for leaving ceremony will be for the cremation will be on Tuesday morning. Yeah. So if any of you have times, you are very welcome to come to pray, to give your energy, your positive energy, your compassion, and praying for the consciousness of the ladies and her 2 children. If you can't, just stay where you are and do the dedication for their family. Okay. You praying, you cultivate your compassion, cultivate your positive mind, and wish the consciousness of the lady and her 2 children have a better reborn. Okay? Or reborn into the Pure Lands of the Buddha and the Pure Lands of the Bodhisattva. So whenever you are at that time, if you can't come, so please help the family to use your positive energy, cultivate your compassion, cultivate your kindness, cultivate your wish. So dedicate all of your compassion to the consciousness of the victims. So I would like all of you share your compassion to pray for this poor family tomorrow afternoon and Tuesday morning. Okay. Okay. Now we're coming back with our Buddha Dharma this week. We keep going with the power of intention. Power of intention. Okay. I believe all of us here at least once heard about karma, right? Karmic force. Karma, karmic force. Karma or karmic force is universal law. It's not from Buddhism. It's like the solar system. It's like the sun always rise from the east and always falling down to the west, like the sun to this earth. So the sun rise and the sun sets is universal law from the view of this earth. So, likewise, karma or karmic force, similar. It's not from the Buddha. It is the universal law. Right now, we might be a little bit different. You are gentlemen, I am lady. You are in male shape, male body. We are in female body. You might be elder than me. You might be younger than me. You might be more beautiful than me. We all different, yeah. But when the sickness come from, when the death come from, when we entering the consciousness, all the label have to be taken away. And we all the same, like the mind, like the consciousness. Male, female, beautiful, not beautiful, handsome, not handsome. So beautiful like you or like me right now, when we entering the sickness, this process of sickness, when we entering the process of old age, and when we entering the process of death and dying, most of us, the majority of us, will be the same. So at that time, what's going to take over from us? The karma, our karmic force will take over. Okay, how it work? You know, right now, we still have our precious body right now with us, right? And tomorrow, we're going to pray for 3 consciousness, for 3 minds of 3 people that already passed away last week. Right now, they lost their physical body, right? At the moment, we have our physical body right now. Our eyes still working very well. Our ears still working very well. We can see and we can hear the sounds. And then our mind still working very well. We can think and we can choose how to behave with the situation right now. Okay, how fortunately we are right now. When we lost our precious body, at that time, it means we lost the chance to change or to fix our karma. As long as we still have this physical body, it gives us the chance to change or to fix our intention, our karma. When we lost this physical body, that change just gone. We have to wait for the next life we reborn. We have to wait for next life. If we have a good, a beautiful child like this, we meet your teacher again. Your teacher gave you the correct teaching again, and your teacher let you know you have full potential to change your karma again. And then, as soon as you know you can change your karma, so you can start to change your karma. Okay? But when we lost this physical body, that change is very rare. That change is very rare. Okay, now I'm coming back with the intention. What is our intention? What is our intention of our life? You look at carefully the majority of people out there. Everybody likes to have the happy life. Everybody likes to have happiness, to have fulfillment, to be rich. Everybody likes to be happy. But what we see, not many people have full happiness. Most of people there, they carry their suffering. Most of the majority people there, they suffer with so many kinds of suffering. They suffer with physical body, they suffer with their mental health, they suffer with their family issue, they suffer with their thoughts, they suffer with their work issue. They suffer with so many kinds of suffering. But we look at each sentient being deeply, you will see from the bottom of their heart, everybody likes to be happy, wish to be happy. They ready to do everything to get happiness. But by the end of the day, what they get? They get the feeling of anger. They get the feeling of unsatisfied. They getting the feeling of suffering. Why? Why? Because now we try it back, okay? Right now, what time is it now? Right now it's 9:59. Now, right now it's 10 o'clock, right? So we trace back 15 minutes before. What we doing? We do meditation, right? So we try back 15 minutes, 10 minutes before. What we doing? We doing the Heart Sutra chanting, right? And we tracing back 1 hour before. What we doing? We preparing everything. We go to the car and then we're driving to the temple, right? And then we're tracing back. This time, yesterday, what we doing? We don't remember. But if we tracing back this time 2 days before, what we doing? We don't remember. But if we're going to give you some relax, some calming, right?
And then you tracing back, you will remember what you doing 1 day before, 2 days before, right? Right? Okay. What does it mean? It means in order for us to be here right now, right here in this temple, and we have the calmness, the beautiful moment right now. It means few days before we have intention in our mind, we like to make this Sunday morning to be in the temple. And then we waiting for the right time coming. 1 hour before, we getting everything ready. We go into our vehicle and we ride in here. So, in order to have this moment, it has to start with the intention in the bus. Right? Right? So, everything happens because of our intention in the bus. You agree with me? Yes. This moment we hear, we do remember because it's very close to the present. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes before. We remember very clear. 15 minutes before we do meditation, 20 minutes before we do the Heart Sutra, 1 hour before we prepare everything, go into the vehicle, driving to the temple. Or like this gentleman, he have to wake up very early in the morning, 5 o'clock, and then 5:20 he been in this temple since very early in this morning, this gentleman. Okay, so how it happened like that? It happened because we have intention to do it since the past, yesterday or the day yesterday, or like last week. Last week you have commitment with your mind. Oh, this class is good. We're going to be back next week, right? So intention leads us to be in the present. Right? Intention, and then we take action, and then intention with action lead us to be at the moment, right? At the moment we are here. Okay. We do it with all of the other things. Reality happen into our life. It happened exactly the same. Right now, we fortunately have very good physical body right now. Everybody, can you please raise your right hand for me? Please. How beautiful you are. So many people out there, they have the shoulder pain. They just can't do it. Right now, everybody have very good physical body. Right now, everybody have the very good mind. Right now, everybody, when they asking you, what is this? You all answer me, this is warm water. Everybody, when they asking you, can we drink this? Everybody can tell me, yes, it's a very good water, you can drink it. When they asking you, can we eat this? Everybody have very good mind, and then everybody can tell me, no. This is the plants. We can't eat this. How beautiful we are. You think that's simple, but actually it's not simple at all. Because we got good mind, so we have very good realization. No, this is the plants. We can't eat that. But look, I just been in the hospital yesterday. You go to the mental health section. So many patients there. They don't know what is it, what is that. They can, everything they put into their mouths, like the children. Why we have this precious body? Because our past life, we tracing back our past life in the past. Don't say past life. In the past, we trace back the life of the other. So when we trace back the life of the other with the intention, trace back the life of the other, intention and then action. Anyone come with and asking for our help, we do it. When we see someone they need our help, we help. When we see someone need our service, our assistance, we give our compassion, we give our hand, we give our knowledge, we give our giving, we giving out our golden heart. We respect the life of the other sending beings. That's intention with our good action in the past, and then right now we got the present gift, present effect of that intention. Right now we have this precious body. Nothing happened without any condition. Everything happens with their cause and effect. The Buddha, the Lord Buddha, the Lord Buddha, he gave us, he tried his best to give us the realization of the karma in all the sutra. So, and when we understand the law of intention, the law of the karma like this, how it helps to our life? How? So we know right now we be here because in the past we have intention to be here. Okay. And in the past we have the commitment with our mind. Sunday morning we like to be here. Sunday morning we not like to be there in the club. No, we don't. We don't want to be there. So we got commitment with our minds. Okay. But suddenly, somehow, this morning, you don't have the car and you ask your friend give you a lift to go to the temple and they don't know the direction. They're not taking you here, they're taking you there to the club. And then they just stop there. What are you going to say? You say, no, this is not the temple, this is a club. Please bring me to the temple over here, right? So, if you don't have intention, go to there, will you be there? No. Okay, so what? So now keep going. Okay. So, in our daily life, any moment we see we not happiness. Any moment we see we not happy. Any moment we see we not satisfied. Any moment we see we are in angry. Any moment we see we are not fulfilled. So we trace back. What did we do? What did we do lead us to this moment? Oh, what did we do? Okay, now if we do not like to be unhappy again, so what will we do? We just change the intention, change the action, change the intention, change the actions, and then we can get what we like to have. Okay, so in our life, what is our intention? we like to have the full happiness for our life, and we like to bring happiness to the other, to our loved one, to the community, to all sentient beings, as is our intention. So we set that intention very clear in our mind. Make it so clear, so clear. We like to bring happiness to ourselves and to all our loved ones. We like to bring the happiness to all our loved ones and to all our family. We like to bring the happiness to our family and to all sentient beings. Make that intention as clear as possible in our mind. Okay? And then that's intention. And then we're going to take action. Okay, we're going to take action. The Buddha said, in order to get the happiness, we need to do all the cause to bring to happiness. Okay, the Buddha said that. If we like to have happiness, we need to do all the action, we need to take all the action, cause brings us to the happiness. And then we look what we're doing. Okay, look at what we're doing right now. I'm doing this with unhappy mind. I'm doing this with angry mind. I'm doing this with uncontrolled mind. I'm doing this with not calming. I'm doing this with not compassion. I'm doing this with not wisdom. All these kinds of causes not bringing us the happy life. Okay, we realize that, and then what we're going to do? We're going to change. We're going to change the way we take action. We're going to change the way we take action. So instead of we doing this with anger, with this greedy, with this unfulfilled, with this unhappy, we're going to take action with our happiness, with our giving, with our forgiving, with our calming, with our compassion, with our wisdom, with our bodhicitta, with all the positive values in our minds. Because that's compatible with our intention. So our intention and then our action, they compatible together, and then they will lead us to the effect we like to have. Okay, so I'm so happy. I just so happy today. All together we can tracing back the bus. We can trace him back what we do in the past to have today, and then we can have the chance to change what we do in today to get in the next few moments. That's so happy. That's all the Buddha like us to do. The Buddha like us to have the full realization, to have full awakening, to have liberation, to attain enlightenment. The Buddha give us that intention, and the Buddha like us to take all action, lead us to attain enlightenment, to attain full liberation, to attain awareness, to attain the potential to bring happiness to ourselves and bring happiness to the other. That's it coming from the very initial, the very first important thought in our minds, that is bodhicitta. You remember? So now do you see how important bodhicitta? Bodhicitta is the wish, the strong wish, the very strong wish in our mind to bring happiness, to bring enlightenment, to bring out of suffering to all sentient beings. That is bodhicitta. So that's why I always be with you, And we all together practice bodhicitta as deep, as strong, as thick as we can in our mind. Okay, I'm not going to say what the bodhicitta today because we already talked about it so many times, so I'm not going to repeat it today. It's waste your time. So today I just be with you. I'm so happy to be with you today, and then we have the powerful intention. Next week, what we're going to do? Next week, we're going to go deep down into the law of karmic force, the law of karma. How it works from the past to the present, how it works from our past life to this life, and how it works, how the karma force, how the karmic force work when we lost our physical body, we enter the mind, and before we go into the next life, how it works. At that time, when we lost our physical body, it's only have the mind, how it works in that kind. Okay, as soon as we understand it clearly, as soon as we understand the law of karma clearly, it brings you a lot of potential, a lot of benefit, because you do not need anyone coming to your life and telling you what to do. You know what to do for your life. Because you understand the law. You already understood very clearly the law. So you just apply the law to your life, and then you change what you like. Okay, so I'm very happy today to share with us. I wish everybody have very, very happy week, and we see you again next week. Yeah, okay. And also, let me inform all of you in advance, on the Sunday the 17th of November, Sunday the 17th of November, our temple, we organize the ceremony for all the Buddhists. They practice for a long time. They already took 10 precepts, and this time they have the beautiful opportunity to take Bodhisattva precepts at that time, at that day. So we have no class on the Sunday of 17th of November. So I just like to inform everybody in advance. Okay. Now I like to invite everybody to the dedication. Whatever merits I have accumulated through virtuous actions, may it become the cause for the enlightenment of all beings. May all beings be free from suffering, and may they achieve Buddhahood. Thank you.